Hello. I'm Joel. I'm starting a new stream. Today this is gonna be recorded because I'm gonna do an educational stream about TPOs. Okay, so let's start with what is a TPO chart. Here we have a session-based TPO chart. This is a full day. Okay, and what we can see here, we can see a 30 minutes 2,200 tick chart. Okay, on ATAS. I'm using ATAS for visualize this. All these letters are time bases, so every 200 ticks they create a letter. So depends on how much time it's spent on a price, the profile will have a new form or another. Okay, so we're gonna start for the basis. TPO charts have usually when we are talking about a regular TPO chart, we could see like this one from Friday. We have a tail, we have an opening range, so TPO started here. Okay, we started here. This is the opening range for the day, and then we created a single print. This is when price went so fast in time from this space and created a single print. Okay, then price start to create value. We create value, and price started to create what is called the value area. Okay, so here we can see that TPO has a value area low, a value area high here, and a point of control. This is the node of maximum time spent. So you need to understand that here is the red line is the most time spent. Okay, we are talking about a profile with time. So this is time based, how much time we spend on a price. Okay, so that's the principle and the three things that has a TPO. It has a value area, most time spent on these two areas, a maximum time spent, that is the TPOC, time POC, the point of control but of time. We have a tail, and sometimes when it's fast, we create a single print. Okay, single print are areas where price likes to revisit to rebalance, because how price went really fast here, there were not so much participants, so they created a single print. So price likes to revisit these areas. After this, I'm gonna explain you another type of TPO, like is this one. We have a really big tail with a lot of imbalance. We have this odd node of time with this TPOC, and it doesn't have a tail. When it doesn't have a tail, we create what is called a unfinished auction. Okay, I'm gonna show you another examples now in a moment, but when a finished auction is usually more than 2 ticks on a tail, and when you don't have tail, that's also a bad low, because here they didn't create it a week and it didn't react with a good participant. So usually this type of no tail TPOs usually get cleaned sometime in the future. Okay, so now we're gonna talk of another topic, that is TPO session based. You can trade that also. This is full day. You can trade a TPO of the 3 sessions important in the day. So imagine you are trading New York Open. You have the session of Asia, you have the session of London, and then you have the session of New York. We're gonna talk about that also, unfinished auction. Okay, I'm gonna show you now. Let's see. I have some image prepared for you guys. I'm gonna open it for you. This is what I have example for you in the stream, guys. What we can see here. Here we can see TPO session based. So we have Asia in green, blue New York, London. Okay. I don't know why it's like this, but you should have London, Asia, London, New York. When you have this type of TPOs where you have like more than 2 ticks on a bottom, it's an unfinished auction. A good finished auction, you would have 1 tick basis. So next auction, next TPO could go and clean this unfinished auction from Asia. So you could see here double bottoms, a lot of price like couldn't break that level, couldn't do a SFP and reclaim the level. That will be a good clean auction. So you could be here seeing double bottoms. That happens then that on the next session they could go and visit that area, reclaim, and then you could have a good trade. So it's a really interesting part to learn of session-based TPOs. Okay, so I like to trade daily basis TPOs because for me TPO has to be are more reliable to be finished on a day. So what I mean with this, we're gonna go back. For me here, you have created this picture of how last days, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday happen from last week. So for me now, if I only had this picture, for me there are important levels in the chart. Usually last days have a reaction, but they say don't look so much back. But I think yes, 1 week, 1 month ago, they also have reaction. Players are still on the game. So here you have some important levels to look. This is, for me, is the best chart to keep looking in an intraday. So what you have here that will be really interesting, you have this value area from yesterday that is haven't been retested. I have marked all the untested levels from past days. So this value area high is being tested, so you don't see it here. But this value area high is being tested now, so you don't see it. But you have the TPOC from yesterday. You have the value area low from yesterday with a good single print, so this could give a reaction. So let me see where is my painto, so I can show you. Here we have one possible reaction. We have value area low from yesterday as a reaction with a big single print on the bottom. That's really interesting. What also we have here, we have a naked point of control from Wednesday. Usually this type of point of controls with this type of distribution are really interesting. Here we create so much time, so here there were a lot of buyers and sellers trapped. So this level for me, 77,200, is a good important level. If this weekend we have like a flash nuke, here will have a reaction. Also, we have this value area low without a tail that could be a good clean for a reaction. So in order to look for levels for my chart, I always look this TPO chart and I like to see reaction. I tell on my all streams, I never blind limit any level. Okay, I want to see a reaction and then I want to see how delta is going there, how open interest is acting there, how buyers and sellers are getting there, and how they are reacting to that level. Once the level is good and you have a reaction, then you will have opportunity to long this level. Okay, so it's important to have that in consideration, and it's a really amazing tool. There are TPOs, you can have them in ATAS for free. You can have TPOs on TradingView. They are expensive, but you can have them. If you don't like ATAS, well, you can pay for TradingView. And you have other order flow tools like Sierra charts and other ones, but I never use them. So I'm just explaining with a free tools you can have and customize for you in order to have your TPOs. Okay, now I'm gonna pass to the next thing that for me is important also, that is the market profile in volume based. Okay, now here I'm gonna minimize, and here we only can see volume based market profiles. Okay, so the difference between a market profile time based and a market profile volume based is only the two concepts. Here we are seeing how much volume is being transaction on the day, and we have a volume POC and a value area and a value area low from volume. So here is the much traded volume for today. This is the tail for value area high, and this is the tail for value area low for the day. I always say all my streams I need a ended session in order to see the profile like something valid, but here you can see as well one valid one. So here this value area, we have this value area untested in the 81,200. This is a good level to see. We have this value area, we didn't get to it. Well, yes, we got to it. We tapped this value area high, but we have this naked point of control, and we have the rest. We can say that sometimes, I want to put it together, it's also something to take in consideration, that sometimes volume profiles and TPOs are next to them, but sometimes if I go back in time, you will see that sometimes they are different. This day, so the 5th, I think the 5th of April, that was this Sunday, Sunday price had this type of distribution. So price went from a TPO on the top and created a volume POC on the bottom. So it did a double distribution, different in time and volume. So they spent time without volume, they nuked the price, and they created volume on the bottom. We can go back on chart. We can go back on the chart. Let me go back on the chart, and you will see if we go back to the day 5, we had 5 here, 5 have done this. So price started here, didn't create any volume, nuke and create volume here, and it is the price that went up to these highs. Okay, so that type of distribution is an irregular distribution. Usually we have regular distribution when you see TPOC and VPOC on the same, near the same place. So that's different. The two have a reaction. I don't say which one is better. You always have the better reaction usually is when they are so near one to each other. So the same volume was created where more spend time is, because that's usually where you spend more time is where most volume is created. Once you have this irregular distribution, means that here anybody wanted to buy where's low volume on a Sunday, they kicked a node they wanted to protect from this value area low from this price action, and here they hold it hard price and volume kicked in, and then price went up. Okay, so that's something to take in consideration. This type of charts I really enjoy looking on my daily basis. I take decisions on this type of levels. I like to trade value areas and profiles, but I'm not into nowadays to trade a daily profile, so I don't care where you create in daily, because for me I see that in crypto they can create something, ES have a big expansion and Bitcoin follows, so that daily where you are seeing a value area for the daily and you're trading New York and only having in consideration Asia and London, you will get wrecked if you are trading only the value area from today. That has happened me a lot, so now I have in consideration last days as good levels to see, not only the daily basis. We are unfinished, so that's what is a tip I'm gonna give you guys, because you're gonna see it by yourself. Daily profiles till they don't end, usually they are getting a reaction, but they can be destroyed on the next move by market open and New York open, so that's why I'm not trading now that profiles. But yes, daily basis of the past react really good, so take a look to this type of charts and see you on the next video.